Hi everyone, here's another live for you, and here's the end result at the start. Apple crumble cake.
Hello everyone,
Enjoy.
it's Rebecca here. It's Sunday. Welcome. I will apologise in advance for any noise in the background. We have a puppy now, so you might hear some barking. It's hilarious, isn't it? The weather here on the Gold Coast is really miserable. I would much rather be out and about doing stuff on a Sunday. But when it's raining, let's get baking. So I'm totally out of my, not totally out, but very close to being out of my vegetable stock paste. So the first thing I'm going to make today is that. And actually I didn't save it to my week. It's always up the top of Cookie Do. And don't mind me if I snack while I eat. That's how I roll. So, hitting the search, we've got... And I've had to adapt it a bit because I did go to the shops. Totally forgot to buy zucchinis. Totally forgot to buy a leek. So, chicken stock paste is on pause for today. I did say I was going to make it today. It has to have leek. It has to have leek. Leek is like my favourite flavour in the chicken stock. So, I'll do my veggie today and we'll put the chicken on hold for tomorrow. Or, might be tomorrow night because I'm getting my car serviced tomorrow, so I'm going to be out and about and all over the place. Alright, celery. Buy celery the cheapest way you can buy it. And for me, when I was at Woolies, it was this way, was the cheapest way to buy it. Check the price per kilo, etc. And, yeah. Normally I would buy the whole bunch and use the top, but that wasn't the case this time, so we're just using the celery itself. But trust me, if you can get yourself a bunch of celery, use the leafy part at the top. Don't waste the good stuff. I call it the good stuff. Some people don't like celery, I get it, but I love it. But don't waste the good stuff. Oh, the difference between the old knife and the new knife is phenomenal. I need to sharpen that. Yeah. What was I saying? Till I got sidetracked by the knife. Hello, Beck. How are you? I don't know what I was saying. Anyway, let's just carry on. 2 carrots. And look, don't peel your carrots. It's just cut into chunks. Let me know in the comments if you have a Thermomix, do you make your stock? And if you have a Thermomix and you don't make the stock, why? Tell me why, because I'm curious to know why it might be the case. Cakes by Casey Lee. Hello, you gorgeous creature, you. How are you? I'm a bit of a fan of yours, you know. All right, now let's get on with getting an onion out of the packet. Now, instead of the zucchini, I don't know if I said so or what, I'm using a broccolini that I found under a whole heap of stuff in the fridge drawer, and it was looking a bit sad. So in place of the zucchini, I'm putting in the broccolini. Good girl, Kylie. That's really excellent. Stock is so important. It just is a punch of flavour for all your food. Plus, you know what's in it as well. Weather is drab here too, my love. It is great, isn't it? But please put it on your rotation list to make it often. Here. I've had an accident. Training puppies in the rain is fun. Okay, cut your brown onion in half, throw it in. Ooh, tomato. Oh, dear. Normally I'm so on top of these things. I don't even think I have a tomato. Oh, hang on. I don't have a tomato, but I've got some little ones, so I'll just throw them in. The last of my little cherry tomatoes. That will do. Just use what you've got. Zucchini I've replaced with the broccolini. I need some garlic. So better head to my fruit shop, my favourite fruit shop at Pack Fair tomorrow, and get some more garlic. They have great garlic there. Veggie stock paste from them lasts for up to 6 months in the fridge in an airtight container. You absolutely can freeze it as well and spoon it directly frozen. Oh my goodness, the dog's doing zoomies around the house. Willow. She's nuts. The rain is not helping because she's a furry dog. I don't want her to go out in the rain. Otherwise, we're going to have wet puppy fur everywhere. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're going mental. And now you're thirsty. Yes. It's all happening here. Steph. Now, if you totally want a Thermomix, you need to get one before July. Okay? Because the price is going up. They are $2,359. In my stories on TikTok, the question's been asked on TikTok. There is the price breakdown. Dad, we just did it again too. Of payment options and everything. Oh my God. I apologise for what's going on in the background here today. So yes, $2,359. Now, Steph, if you really are keen, please get in touch because there's something exciting coming next week. All right? Something exciting coming next week. Can't publicly say anything. If any consultants are watching, get to your branch meeting on Monday night. As a team leader, I might have a little idea of what's coming. But please get to your branch meetings, consultants, and find out the news. But yes, Steph, get in touch. Darling, get in touch. If you're keen, now is the time because the price is going up in July for the TM6. So now is the time to get one. All right, I've run out to the garden in the rain and grabbed my herbs. So anyone might remember the first time I made stock paste in this house, I came home forgetting new house, no herbs, and I had to use all of the dried stuff and whatever was in the freezer. But since then, thanks Bronwyn, since then I've got a little herb patch going in the garden. Sage, rosemary, thyme, parsley, basil, chives, and oregano if you can do it too, are great herbs to grow in your garden when you have a Thermomix because you are going to use them in lots of recipes and they're amazing. So yes, everyone out there, here's my herbs. I'm just going to throw them in, but I will take the rosemary off the stick because the stick's a bit... Willow, get out of that. Woody, we don't really want to put that in our stock, but with the other things, I definitely put the stalks as well. Hey, come here. You're being very naughty and I'm live. Rude. All right. So all the herbs have gone in. Now, you'll see my bowl is chock-a-block. Well, you may not see. Let me bring it closer so you can. This is perfectly normal when you're making stock because we've got big chunks of celery, carrot, onion, everything in there, plus all those herbs. Here's the trick for that. It's to get your spatula ready at the hand. Turn it round to speed 6 and start helping it along. Please only use your Thermomix spatula for this job because it is designed to sit in here and help you stir without touching the blades. If you use any random spatula, you're going to hit the blades. So be careful. Always use your Thermomix brand spatula. And this never gets old for me. That's 10 seconds of chopping. All of that just totally chopped up. Every time. I've made this, God, I can't tell you how many times I've made this. It's got to be thousands and thousands of times because I've not only been making it for myself, for my Thermomix customers, I like to get them to make it the first thing they make when we do a delivery, be it over Zoom or in person. It's up to you, depending on where you're located. And stock is the great first recipe to make. If you aren't making it, again, I'd love you to tell me why not. Because I'm keen to know why people don't want to make stock. Now, people have freaked out about the amount of salt that goes into this recipe. The salt is the preservative. Now, if you have stock cubes in your cupboard, have you ever licked one? Because they are particularly salty. This is relevant. A tablespoon of this is equivalent to 1 shop bought stock cube, okay? I'm based in Australia, AG. I'm on the Gold Coast, but I can help anyone Australia-wide, all right? Tablespoon of olive oil goes in. I eyeball it, but so you know, the 3 dots at the top will bring up the scales, and it's about 20 grams is a tablespoon. So it's a great way if you want to be particular, but for me, I've made this. I could make it in my sleep, I'm sure, even though I did forget about the zucchini and the tomato at the shops today. I do know, thankfully, it's a very flexible recipe, so I didn't have to stress on that. Now, the other thing to let you know is smells amazing when it's cooking. Don't eat it. It tastes like crap, okay? Tanya, you have to send me a message, my love, about NDIS. If anyone is interested in looking at getting a Thermomix through NDIS, get in touch with me. All my email details are there. Send me a message. It can be a long process. It can be difficult. It can be tricky. However, we hope for the best that you can get one through your NDIS plan. It comes in under assistive technology. And like I say, it can be a tricky process. So as long as you're patient, then by all means, it's worth trying to get one through there. All right, simple butter biscuits. Now I'm making this because my daughter has been bugging me for ages to make these biscuits with her. And you have to make this dough. So she wants to use cookie cutters. You have to make this dough a few hours in advance. And my 2 girls are with their dad until 4 o'clock, so I thought, right, I better get this on, otherwise I'm going to be in all sorts of trouble, because I did promise her we would make cookies this afternoon when she gets home. So, some lemon zest, white sugar. These are a very simple, plain little biscuit. So it is one that you can roll out and use your cookie cutter. All right, we're going to whip that up, moving up in. So with this, we're obviously going to make the sugar really fine by milling it for 8 seconds on speed 9. Yeah, send me a message. It can be a process, but it can be done. Some people seem to get them so easily. Other people, it just takes months and years. And it's unfair. Hey, Willow, stop it. Oh, it's a madhouse. Right, so see now my white sugar and the lemon zest are this beautiful, fine powdered sugar. So remember, you can actually do that with raw sugar as well. So I have to leave the door open for fresh air. Can you just come in here and sit down, please? Sit down. Thank you. Yes, good girl. All right. Hopefully she'll have a bit of a rest now and be shush. Butter, unsalted butter. 220 grams, cut into pieces and softened. Look, I've had this out of the fridge for a while. I think it'll be softened enough. I'm pretty sure. I hope you've all had a magic weekend. Everyone as well. Churros, yum! Oh, I love churros. What recipe do you use for that? I mean, the donut recipe would probably work, wouldn't it? I don't know if anyone is a Guzman Y. Gomez, or however you want to say it, Guzmani Gomez fan, but their Sundays, oh my goodness me. They're a bit dangerous, those. YouTube, love it. Well, YouTube is brilliant. Did you know I'm uploading all my lives to YouTube now? All of them that are worth watching anyway. I've done a recent cookie dough lesson and uploaded that. So if you're a bit unsure about how to get the most out of cookie dough, go and check out my YouTube. My linktree has the link to my YouTube. And look, I'm no fancy YouTuber, trust me. There are way more special people out there than me. But it's just another place that I can save recordings for people to go back and watch later on. Because we're all busy, right? And sometimes we can't just sit and watch me. This is going to be a longer live today. Or longish live today. So it'll take a while to upload it. I might even cut it in 2 parts through CapCut and do it that way so that it's a bit easier to upload, because sometimes I spend most of my night sitting there refreshing it while it's uploading to YouTube. It takes forever. Alright, so these are the simple butter biscuit recipe. Again, the best tip I can give you with our cookie dough is to always look at the total time a recipe takes, because like this one, it has to sit. Okay, so if you are making it, wanting to cook it straight away, no chance. It needs to go into the fridge and rest the cookie dough before they're rolled out and you make your cookies. So please always look on cookie dough at that bar that tells you the portions, the time, and look at total time. It's really important. And then that way you're not going to get stuck making recipes without time to do so. All right, sugar and butter is going to be combined. Preview butter, we're going to scrape that down. Okay. So we're whipping that up a couple of times. I've got my spatula here. I like to use my white ones when I'm baking. Oh, AG, so many. I've got quite a few videos on TikTok and Instagram telling you some of my favorites. I love Mexican, so I have a really good Mexican collection. Sour cream chicken enchiladas is probably my number one, although I'm finding a lot of new recipes lately that are starting to come to my mind before those, so I guess it's probably time to do an update of that list. I'm one of these people that challenge myself every week to do a new recipe, something different, because I'm one of these people that go to a restaurant and say, I'll have what I had last time, you know, because I knew I loved it and I'll just have it again because I'm too scared to try new things. So I definitely challenge myself every week to make something new. And it might be something new from Cookie Dough. It might be something new. I've bought the new Skinny Mixes books recently. I've been doing a few recipes from that. It just depends. I quite often am watching and stalking what everyone else is making and copying them as well. So, yeah. Right, this is just a scrape down process. We're creaming that butter and sugar together for the cookies. So the reason why the Thermomix gets you to scrape down to the bottom, in case you didn't know, is the blades are designed to go out, up and down. So that means everything sort of gets mixed up nice and evenly. So the blades go out in this motion like this. So that's why we're scraping down. Thermomix, don't ever apologise. They're $2,359, and Carmen, the price is going up in July. So I might have a little bit of an idea that a nice offer is coming next week, which is really perfect timing in line with the fact that it's going to go up in July. So if anyone is thinking, if you're on the fence of getting a Thermomix, now's the time. We have payment options available. I've shared them on my pages in my stories, so please go have a look there. And if you'd like any more information, just reach out to me. I can help anyone Australia-wide. I am on the Gold Coast, but a lot of my customers come from all over Australia, and they get a lot of value out of watching me do lives and learning that way as well. You're welcome anytime, ask away. All right, scrape it down. Now it wants the vanilla. I'm going to use, where is my vanilla actually? I can have it up here. I'm going to use my vanilla, which is, so I quite often get a lot of questions about this one. This vanilla is, I've been a consultant for 9.5 years. This is 9.5 years old. I started this when I first started as a consultant because I learned this is how you do it. So this is just literally absolute vodka, which gets refilled. And in there is one hell of a ton of vanilla beans. It smells like absolute heaven. That is what vanilla essence is. The alcoholic version, of course. It is, in here, I think there's probably about, I would say about 30 vanilla beans. I started off, I think, with about 10. But they're really hard to come by and in good quality as well. So with this, the last batch I got were very dry and not great, so they were perfect to do this with. So if ever you get dodgy vanilla beans, if you can buy them in bulk, look up. Never. Doesn't go off. Not at all. It's alcohol. Oh, butter chicken's amazing, isn't it? So this is a great cost saver as well. So it wants 2 teaspoons, so I'll just use the little lid. There it goes. It is, honestly, if you could just imagine the smell, it is just pure and utter heaven. My 20-year-old son, I think, sometimes thinks he could probably have it in his drink, you know, alcoholic drink, and it's like, no, not taking my vanilla. All right, this recipe then asks for 1 egg. Let me just get mine in the jar. Again, I say this often, crack your eggs independently of your bowl, purely because if you crack it and a bit of shell gets in here, good luck getting that out, yeah? So always crack your egg independently. You can actually use your little measuring cup on top to crack your egg. It's a great way to use that, and you can actually tip your egg in through the lid as well. You can separate your egg using your lid. All right, a minute of whipping that all up together. Now, while that's doing that, what I need to do still is grab another cutting board and start slicing up my apples because I'm making apple crumble cake, which is amazing. Darling, I wish I could tell you where to get them from. When I first started as a consultant, this is my 10th year of doing, my 9th year, of doing this job. So over 9 years ago, there was a company called Sunshine Vanilla. I don't know that they're still around. So perhaps have a Google search, ask people you might know. Trying to source good vanilla beans is not easy and not cheap either. But if you have them and you make that up, you have it forever. You just need to add more vodka to it and every now and then put some more beans in. Alright. I was tossing up whether to use my cutter to slice the apples. Look, I didn't do it last time. I still like cutting things, especially with my nice sharp knife, although I'm being very mindful not to cut myself again. Because I did. First time I took it out of the box, I was live and I chopped myself. Alright, plain flour. This will hopefully use up the last of this packet. Yeah, maybe not. There's quite a bit of weight in there. So I'll have one happy young daughter when she gets home today because I have been nagged for so long to do these biscuits with her. She's even put the cutters over here so they're all ready to go. She's hilarious. No, there's still a little bit left in the packet. Oh, I know, we'll use that in the crumble cake, so that'll get used up. Yay! Alright. I love the simplicity with cookie dough, of the scales being there, the recipe, just follow along, weigh it in. God, it's easy. Apple crumble cake, that is so good, isn't it? You're welcome anytime. Sorry I can't be of more help on that subject of vanilla beans, but the company was called Sunshine Vanilla and that was, 9 years ago, you could say. I can't believe it is June. My thermo anniversary, as they call it, is early September. It'll be 9 years with Thermomix as a consultant, and a couple of years of that. No, actually, this will be 3 years this December as a team leader. So it's funny, you think back to when I first started, I didn't really have a timeline of how long I'd stick around for, but I'm certainly not going anywhere. I love my job. Love it. All right, where did I put that spatula? In the sink you go. That's the other one. All right, so scraping that. Alright, with another whiz up. Keep cutting up my apples. I use my apple corer, but it's, you know, the apple is never straight. So sometimes cut a bit more out. Oh, cat. It's not the dog, it's the cat being annoying. Be careful with my knife. Oh, they're still around, Joanna. You are amazing. So, Sunshine Vanilla is still around. What do you know? But how much? That's the question. Did you happen to look, Joe, and see how much? I can't remember. I think I remember paying about $1 a bean back in that time, which was pretty good. And they were juicy, juicy plump. Right, so that's done. Let me just keep carrying on with these apples for the minute because we've got to put that onto a mat. So get this out of the way. Let's also ask it any cake shops that are local to you as well. See if they can source them for you. I know you don't buy them at the supermarket. You pay like $6 for one, I think, in the little container. It's a crazy price. But buy them in bulk. Go in with friends. 3 beans, $12.50. There you go. So if you're asking about this is actually water. This is coffee that's gone really cold, but I'll still drink it. My background, my career when I was younger was hairdressing. So if anyone has a hairdressing background, you know that you spend your life drinking cold cups of coffee and tea. It's just habit. So I'm not adverse to drinking it cold. Because you're on the fly, sneaking a coffee in between clients, etc. My husband sometimes has to remind me he's made me a coffee and gets quite cranky. 3 beans for $12.50. Yeah, see, I'm sure I did not pay that all those years ago, but, you know, times have changed, haven't they? But it's a good investment if you want to make your own vanilla. Get them in bulk, go in with friends, get your bottle of vodka, and it can be any vodka. It doesn't have to be that Absolute. I just love that bottle. Get cheap vodka, whatever, put your beans in, and then just top it up. So as it starts going down, like when I get to about there, I'll top it back up again, let it rest, and it just comes back to that lovely dark, rich colour with that beautiful, rich flavour. But yeah, vanilla beans are not cheap. I don't know if anyone else follows, there's a French baker, Cedric, on Instagram. He has like 5 million followers or some ridiculous amount. I just love his content. I love watching his videos. My dream would be to go to his patisserie in France and try some of his amazing creations. And I think it was one of the videos about a few months ago, he had a whole heap of vanilla beans everywhere. And it was just an obscene amount of vanilla beans. And every comment said, oh my God, that's like $1 million worth of vanilla right there. 50 grams, $72.70. Yeah. Amazon. Andrea. Are they fresh? Are they nice? Because the last lot I bought was from a lady who I know through Thermomix, and they were just so dry and terrible. She was really disappointed too. Yeah, they were really dry and horrible, but they just went straight. I was going to use them for baking, but they just went straight into my vodka. And to be honest, if I'm baking, I usually use either vanilla bean paste or that. So, either or. Alright. Apple slices escape out of there. So that's my apple all sliced up. I know the lemon juice goes in there, so I'm just going to whack that in now. Having made this before. Keep those apples nice. Oh! It's a particularly juicy lemon that's just gone everywhere. Alright. So the stock is cooked. And it smells amazing. But again, please don't eat it. It tastes like crap. It's salty, people. It's not to be eaten. Although most people like to give it a try, at least once, to see what it's like. Oh, Bronwyn! Oh, we are kindred spirits, honey. That's so cool. I did not know this about you. It's a tough gig, hairdressing. I wouldn't want to do it now, that's for sure. I still do a few friends here and there. I've actually got a little hairdressing trolley over there with all my stuff. A couple of friends of mine insist that I must never stop doing their hair, so it's like, okay. Bali, yes, they do, don't they? Indonesian villa beans are a lot cheaper than the Madagascar villa beans. Yeah. Yeah, it's unreal, isn't it? It's such a lot of money. But if you want to do it, it could be a good investment. But I reckon search up bulk and, oh shit, it's supposed to be floured. Oh, excuse my French. I did a little swear. The rain is coming down. Okay, a bit of flour on there. Oh, everything's happening. The cats, what does it say? It says a well floured. So that is well floured. Because I was just thinking, have I put too much? And what are we doing? Divide into 2 even portions. So I've never made these before. And like I say, oh my God, smell the lemon zest in there. It's so nice. My daughter's been begging me forever to make biscuits that we can use the cookie cutters on. So, and when it's rainy weather, what better thing to do than to have some baking fun with the kids. So she'll be home at 4. So I reckon after dinner we'll bake cookies because it needs to rest for 1 to 2 hours or firm enough to roll. Okay. Now, I've shown you this tip many times, but I'll show you it again. Don't keep dragging your spatulas around your blades. Okay, there's stuff stuck on the blades. Put that on. Put your lid back on. Press the home button, because I don't want to lose my recipe where I'm at. Whack it up to top speed. And stop it. That flicks it off the blades, because we get that motion. Do you like the sound effects of the shh? I make lots of school snacks in the thermo. My freezer is always stocked. At the moment I have an abundance of scrolls in there, mini pizzas. Again, I've shared a few of those in my videos on my socials. But yeah, I make up in advance, freeze, and then the kids go and grab one out and take what they want. By lunchtime, it's defrosted, it's fresh, and totally yummy. All right. I'm going to quick pre-clean. Just set that in the flour and put the flour back in there now. So it says to divide this into two. Shape it into a disc. All right, let's just use this. Divide into two. Two even portions into a disc and wrap in plastic, place in the fridge for 1 to 2 hours until firm enough to roll. So yes, obviously we want to set the butter again. Knock that. All right. Whoa. Oh, that's the end of that. Oh no, not quite. This Friday night. There you go, babe. You know, you could certainly go halves with someone because that's a pretty good price. And look, if they weren't brilliant, then chuck them in the vodka and do that. That's pretty good. Amazon vanilla beans, $54.99 for 50. So that's, yeah, just over a dollar a bean. That's pretty good. Oh, Willow. All right, into the fridge with this. Hey, stop barking at the birdies. Birdies never did anything to you. All right, fridge. 1 to 2 hours. Oh my goodness, my daughter is going to be so impressed that I actually got around to making it. Okay. Apple crumble cake time. Alright, I'm just going to actually chuck that in the dishwasher because I can't bother. I have more bowls. Whoa. What do you want? What do you want? Okay, get out of it. Cheeky puppy dog. Okay, I don't need this for the apple crumble cake, pretty sure. So remember, with your Thermomix bowls, the most important thing is to make sure the pins underneath the drive, because they connect to motor. Come here. Excuse me. Excuse me. Willow. Come here. Come on, you stay here with me, please. All right, so we'll end the recipe there. And the reason why I want to end the recipe there is when I go to recently cooked, it will take me to where I left off. So then it'll say resume, restart. And of course I will hit resume, which makes it easy. Apple crumble cake. Yes, we're starting a new recipe. Preheat the oven. Okay, let's do that. 180. line the base of a springform tin. So I'm using my tin that I bake my cakes in that has the loose bottom, and I've actually got these pre-cut liners from Moorish Cakes. So they are nice and handy to use because they are already the right size for the tin, and they're washable and reusable. So I quite love these. The tin that I've got here is just a Pyrex tin. Oh, I just put that in the wrong side, didn't I? Oh, well, it's probably better to go around the other way. Right. Yeah, so the base of this just pops out, which makes life nice and easy. Bit like a springform, but a bit different. So hopefully it'll be okay, because the springform you can release it and then take it off. This one I'm going to be waiting till it cools down a bit and pushing it up and out. So hopefully it'll be fine. Come on, you be a good girl and you sit here and watch Mummy. Yes. Does anyone else talk to their puppy dogs like that? Or just me? All right. So yeah, these go in the dishwasher too, these reusable liners. They are just very easy to use, there's no doubt about it. And I've been influenced by many cake bakers that I love watching to get something like that. So there you go, look at that, already done. Nice and easy. Okay, let me wash my hands with that butter. The amount of times I wash my hands in a day is crazy. So did everyone see my little mini potato bakes that I shared last night? OMG, they were so good. I think I might make them again tonight. You do? Good, not just me then. Yum, yum, yum. And I have little mini potatoes, so I might just do it again. All right, so I don't need to worry about the first step of this, although I will weigh in the almonds. It wants blanched almonds, but mine are already flaked. So it's wanting that much to flake them, basically. Gee, I hope I've got some more somewhere. So I'll just weigh that in. I don't need to chop them up because it will chop up a bit with the rest of the ingredients for this. This is the crumble part. 75 grams of plain flour. Am I going to get to the end of this packet? Pretty much. There's still a little tiny bloody bit in there. Anyway, never mind. All right, butter. Diced. Unsalted. And the other thing that I've got to make, I might do it tomorrow night for dinner, is a cauliflower. I found a cauliflower and cheese soup, and I have a cauliflower that I bought which was stunning and thankfully still is in my Tupperware container in the fridge. So I thought, I think I fancy a cauliflower soup. So I'll probably do that for dinner tomorrow night. Nice easy one. But tonight I did a brisket yesterday. Slow cooked it for the whole day. And I'm just going to reheat that, make a bit of a gravy, and I actually was thinking about a potato salad instead of those little things. I might actually, because the brisket's quite rich. I might do a potato salad to have with it. Or just potatoes. I'll just do potatoes. I'll steam the potatoes. That's what I'll do. Does anyone else do that? Talk to themselves and make up decisions? Hey, Dana. Oh, yes. Hello, Jade. Great idea. Great idea. Oh, what am I doing? I've just got way too much butter in there. What a dip. It's all right. We use butter again in the recipe, so it won't matter. I wasn't paying attention. I was dreaming of potatoes. Does anyone else just love potatoes, like obsessively love potatoes? Because that's me. Love, 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 love. All right. Now we're going to mix that up. It's going to turbo it. So it's jumping into turbo. So it just wants us to turbo that 3 times. So turbo is like pulse on a blender. I know, right, Dana? Never too much butter. Okay, come out of turbo back in next. Scrape down. Add some sugar. Okay, so this is asking for Demerara sugar, which is like a crystallized, I think it's that coffee type sugar. I don't have it. I'm just going to put raw sugar. But I'm also going to put a little bit of brown sugar, which is what I did last time, and it was perfect, to be honest. With this, I'm also going to try and remember to double the biscuity part of it, the cakey part of it, because I felt like last time there wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. So bear with me. I might get distracted, and that can be dangerous. So I'm going to put half brown. Oh, we don't want to turn you off yet because we've got to blitz it up. So we want to put the measuring cup on for that part. The great thing about vegetable stock paste is it can just sit there. Alright, that's half the brown and just half raw. Yeah. And then turbo again. Okay, so transfer the crumble topping to a small bowl set aside. Oh, my lovely bowl is in use. I wonder if it'll fit in my little baby thermo server. Yes, it should. Hopefully. So that is the crumble topping. All right. Another spatula. See, this is why I have so many spatulas, because I need them. 50 of them to wash up once I'm done. All right. So that is the crumble part. Okay. Okay, this is wanting to weigh the apples, the lemon juice, which I've done, and I meant to put some sugar in there too. So again, 50 grams. I'll just eyeball it. I'll do half brown, half raw. I've actually probably put a little bit more apples than the recipe says as well. So this should be a really nice big crumble cake. Don't be afraid to, make things and then adjust them to your taste. That's what I'm doing, exactly that. Made it last time, it was beautiful. I did it in a bigger tin and it was quite flat. This time I'm doing a little bit more and putting it higher. Oh, Jade, we're going to get on fine. Hello, I'm very good. And yes, the weekend's been quite quiet, actually. Just a chill out, lazy day yesterday. We did go out for a breakfast, early breakfast, and took Willow with us for a walk down at the Broadwater, which was nice. But today has been a miserable, horrible day. So we've just hung out at home, gone and done some jobs, went and did a bit of shopping, and then here I am. Nothing too thrilling, but I hope you've all had an amazing weekend too. All right, sugar, butter again. My goodness, see, I told you we needed butter again. Probably about that much. Oh, hang on, no, I'm doubling this part. Okay, see, nearly didn't do it. Whoops. All right, let me get some more butter. So I'm doubling this part. This is the actual, it's almost like a biscuity feel to it. It's really delicious, actually. Where did I put that butter? I got salted. Okay, salted. All right. Okay, so I need to put a bit more sugar, don't I? So I have 100. Well, that's dangerous. Don't do that. Use the cup.
that'll do. So, put 100 of butter, I just need another 100. This is a 500, isn't it? It's about there. Yeah, there was a big fireworks night on the Gold Coast last night, but yeah, I just didn't feel like battling the crowds to get into Surfers to see it, but it looked pretty spectacular. I don't know. I have a torn with fireworks because I just think of all that money and where it could be best spent. You know? Anyone else feel that way sometimes where you just think, seriously, all that money could have gone to, I don't know, help people who are homeless, maybe? Affordable housing? I don't know. Where did I put the jug? The eggs. Did I put it in here? No, is it looking at me? No. No, I must have put it in the dishwasher. Lucky I have another. Lucky I have a dishwasher. So 4 eggs, because I'm doubling it. 2. And again, if you're just joining, my advice, crack your eggs independently of your bowl so that if you happen to crack some eggshell and you have to dig it out of all that butter and everything in there, nightmare. Right, that's the end of that packet. So 4 eggs. Excuse me, did you hear the word egg? Did you? Do you want this? You might have fun with that. Could chew that to pieces. That might keep you quiet. Alright, 30 seconds. Little bit. Alright. Away. That's done with now, I think. What's next? 100 grams of self-raising flour. Thanks for the tin. Okay. Alright, I'm going to get that a little bit longer because I did double that. And I should have given it a bit more time. In hindsight, finish my cold coffee. No, that's even too cold for me. Well, alright, which one's this in the lid? Alright. So 200 grams of self-raising flour we need. Yeah, that looks better. So doubling. That's it. All right. Okay, so this is the cake layer. It goes in. And again, because I've doubled it. I'm going to mix it just a little bit longer. Which I very well should have done at the start by adding time on. So with your presets, you can actually, I'll go back, you can take time off or add time on. I'll just give it another 10 seconds. And then pour it in. The rain is coming down now. Yeah, that looks much better. All combined beautifully. So that is going in the bottom. And obviously I will be adjusting the cooking time as well. But the good thing is baking it now means that it has time to cool down before I want to dig right into it. Because I think the last time I made it, you know, it came out of the oven and we were all desperately waiting for dessert. So, excuse me. Shush, shush, shush. All right, again, the same trick with the blades. Stick it back on. Off there. Hit the home button, whiz it up to top speed. Go back to your recipe by hitting the bookmark at the top. And then you get every last bit of that out without dragging your spatula around the blades. So you'll see that the blades are free of the mix. Oh. Yes. What do you want? Puppy dog? Swirl that around. Apples go in. Look, I might spend a bit of time actually putting them kind of nicely, but sometimes I just throw them in because, you know, I haven't got all day to stand here putting them in nicely, but let's do it. And in fact, while I'm doing this, I'm going to continue the stock. So, oh, hang on. What's going on here? Wait, whoa. Recipe detail. Okay, this has sat and cooled for long enough, so I'm just going to whiz it up to speed 9. Dog came a running, didn't you? You didn't know what that was. It's all good. That's the sound of me saving money. That's what that is. Oh, it would be lovely, wouldn't it? And definitely cinnamon sugar. Actually, thank you, Dana, you legend. I'm going to do just that because obviously my Dutch husband will go absolutely gaga if it's apple and cinnamon. I'm getting fed up already with layering these apples, I tell you. I'm so not a patient person. But you know what? Last time I just threw them in and it's fine. So if you just want to chuck them in, chuck them in. But yes, I'm definitely going to grab the cinnamon and give it a sprinkle. Yum. It's funny that it's not in the recipe actually. Maybe because I think it's a UK recipe, the apple crumble cake. So, you know. Yeah, look, this is what's happening because I've had enough now. And trust me, this works. It'll be fine. It's all good. Just sort of press them down. It's a mugs game, isn't it? This is why I love watching that man, the French baker Cedric. He is so patient and amazing. Mind you, they do, cut the clips, and I'm sure the background, like he must jump out and the helpers come in and do that, right? All right, where's my cinnamon? Here it is. Good bit of that. The crumble on top. Delicious. And then it does say to put flaked almonds on top. I've used all my almonds, so we'll just have to have it plain. Oh, the birds are going off. And into the oven that is going. Look at the size of that. Can you see that? Bet you're all wishing you were coming to my house for dessert. All right, I'm going to put a tray under it. Just in case. Anything oozes out the bottom. All right, yum. 45 to 55 minutes. So we'll give it an hour. So it is now 3:35. So at 4:35, that baby's coming out of the oven. Okay, well, get all that crumble out of my fingernails there. Thanks everyone for joining. It's been amazing hanging out with you this afternoon. Red lights mean it's hot. So when the bowl hits over 60 degrees, the green lights turn to red, just to let you know that the bowl is hot. The machine itself is quite safe to touch. It's just the element is in the base of the bowl. So that's my beautiful stock paste all back, nice and full. It'll be going in the jar. I'll do that off camera, that's a bit boring. But thank you for joining, and I will catch you all next time. If you need anything, reach out to me. Remember, the price is going up of a Thermomix from July this year. So if you are thinking about it, please get in touch, and I'd love to help get one into your kitchen ASAP. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Remember, I'm always here to help.